Hello. Welcome back to the channel, Hysteria Projects. Hope you're doing good. Thank you for all your support. It really does mean a lot. I appreciate every bit of it. These messages are general, so let's just hop right into it. You have been on one hell of a spiritual journey. I'll say that. So, let's hop in. Yes. So there was something in particular that made you feel stuck, okay? Made you feel maybe that you just weren't getting anywhere. And whatever this was, this is something that really was blocking your blessings. I'm getting that it looked beautiful on the outside, but this was something that, in all honesty, was blocking your blessings. Yep. This was hindering your growth. It was hindering the way even that you saw the world. And I feel like whatever this was, there was a subtleness to this. But the beauty of your blessings are protected. There's one blessing in particular that is being protected. And it's like this web, this block, it needed to be removed. That's weird. Okay, I'm being told to kind of scoot these down. So, you had a very difficult decision. And I feel like this is a decision that it's not like you were presented with a choice or something like that. You know, this was something that was, again, there was the subtleness to this. There are things that you would like to have, or maybe not necessarily like to have, like in the physical sense, but there's places you would like to be at in your life, okay? And it is very beautiful. But whatever this was that you were doing or are doing, take it however it resonates, you know, this is something that it did take a lot of strength to look at this. It took a lot of strength to walk away. I wanted to say tear down, but essentially, you know, walk away from, to get yourself unstuck from. And this card coming out, this usually signifies, you know, like a soulmate energy here. And what I'm getting really heavy from this is that this is someone that has passed on. This is a male energy. And I'm unclear on this, you know, so it could be both. It could be one or the other. But this is somebody that was either a friend or this is an ancestor, a family member. This person has been helping you through this. This person has been helping navigate you through this web here, this sticky situation. You know, this transformation that you've been going through. This person has been with you every step of the way. They have seen your tears and they have seen your smile, and they have seen the sadness beneath your smile. You know, and you are transforming, you are evolving and growing, and I'm getting that you have made a major decision. And you could be a little unsure, you know, about this decision. But I am strongly getting that even though there's a little bit of unsureness, you are committed to this thought. Yeah. With this lighthouse coming out here, you know, you're being guided. You have seen some form of light, you know, to guide your way home, and you are very committed to that. You're committed to this journey. You're committed to this entire path. And you have been very guided by somebody that is very close to you, okay? In the spiritual realm. All right? This is somebody that has passed on. Again, this could be a friend, this could be a family member. But this person has been helping you with this labyrinth. Okay, so let's go ahead and start pulling tarot on all this. You had to take a leap of faith here, I'm getting, and it was not an easy decision. Oh, interesting. So, this Knight of Cups, when I initially looked at this card, it looked like the city back here was on fire. Like it was burning. And although it's not, you know, I find that to be extremely significant. With this Knight of Cups card, I see that, you know, you are putting an end to something that I'm going to say was big, something that had stability, something that, something that you had built possibly, but you let it go up in flames. You know, it's almost like you really didn't see, the beauty. It was dimming the way that you saw the world. Again, like I was saying earlier, you know, it was affecting everything. So even though like you trying to pour into yourself, you know, and try to do things that are good for you and that will help you succeed, and you know, this looks like something that was wrapped up really pretty, but it wasn't good. And it didn't make you happy. Overall, it didn't make you happy. You know, you were being pushed or are being pushed to go towards something that you love. Yeah, again, there was some sort of stability with whatever this is, you know. So for some of you, this very much could be a job. For others of you, this could be a way of thinking. For others of you, this could be a partnership, a relationship, you know. I am getting no job. You know, although this was stable, it wasn't it? All right. There was no love in this either. And again, you were unhappy. And there's this subtleness about this. Yeah. So there was this subtleness about it. And, you know, it's like the spider web here. No, you can still see the blessings. You can still see the stars. You know, and it's almost giving that energy like, you know, you focus hard enough on one thing, like you kind of couldn't see the web. You couldn't see how this was making you stuck. And it, again, it took a lot for you to get yourself unstuck from this. Like you had to actually like take some sort of action here. But you're thinking about your future. No, and with this and the Ace of Wands on the bottom. Yeah, you're thinking about your future here. You're thinking about, you know, you want to be happy. You want to be passionate, you know, you want to enjoy There's a lot of growth through sadness, growth through depression. Yeah, this Four of Wands. Yeah, and the Ten of Swords that's here. You know, you have been recovering through a lot of depression or sadness. And this friend, this family member of yours, this person is personally trying to guide you. This person is trying to be your personal guiding light to navigate through this, because it isn't clear to see. That is the main thing I'm getting here. It's not very clear. You know, and again, this could be energy that has already passed, you know, or this could be energy that's happening right now. You know, we're all on different timelines at different parts in our lives. But there is somebody here that is with you every step of the way. You know, and this is somebody that you do know. This person has watched you in your sadness. Yeah, this Last Judgment card. This person has been watching you transform. This Last Judgment and Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this person has been guiding you to be able to see this. Make that judgment call to go towards something new, something that is more stable, something that you feel passionate about. And again, this does feel like job. This very much feels like job. We have the King of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. You know, what I feel is that, you know, you are being guided here to make a commitment to go towards something that brings you a sense of happiness or love. You know, this King of Cups here, this very much feels like this Three of Wands energy. You know, it's like this person is waiting for their ships to come in. And I feel like the ships for you are your blessings that have been blocked because of whatever this is here. And by you making the intentional choice to put your happiness first over money, that is literally changing everything. Because this Wheel of Fortune, this is fate, this is destiny, you know, this is the divine coming in here and taking over, so to speak, okay? You've been guided to take a leap of faith. Excuse me. This ancestor, this loved one, they have seen you try so hard to hang on. And they've seen you trapped in your head about this as well. You could be in the decision-making process. Oh, here's the Hangman. Okay. Excuse me. So you could be in the process right now of making this decision. Whether this be to quit your job and pursue something else, or whatever this is, you know, take it how it resonates. But you're being guided to be committed with this thought. You know, it is a big choice. You're being guided in the direction, though, that I'm gonna say is gonna fulfill your heart. You're being, oh, that's interesting. You're being guided, okay, so in times of sadness, you know, there could have been something that you enjoyed doing. You're being guided towards that. There could also be a turning of that sadness, you know, into into something that's going to lead to some of your favorite things. The way that it's like there's a sentence here. there's a sentence here, okay? It's like Spirit's trying to say something along the lines of like, you know, your depression and all of this that you've been working through, you know, and you finding peace and you finding that stability and that balance with yourself, okay, in your life. And we have this Two of Pentacles here. You know, your life's kind of not feeling quite balanced right now. And you feel like if you make this decision, it could make you even more unbalanced. You know, I'm getting that whatever this leap is, the level of faith that it requires is a lot. It's a lot, because just looking at it, excuse me, from the outside looking in, might seem a little bit crazy to some people. Because again, I'm getting that whatever this is blocking your blessings. And you can still see your blessings shining through, but they're not getting through. They're not coming through. You're sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, but they're not coming through. It's because this is blocking it. It's hard for you to see. It's going to be even harder for other people to see. You know what I'm saying? Because I am getting that, you know, from the outside looking in, it kind of seems good. It seems pretty solid. But this isn't good for you, okay? Yeah, you're being asked to, I'm going to say, walk away. Now, even though this is the Eight of Wands and this is communication, I'm getting that this is you communicating. It's like this commitment to thought that keeps wanting to come up. It's like once you're committed to that thought, then take action. Express it. If this is about a job, this is you making this decision. Okay, well, now it's time to say it. Now it's time to communicate, you know, that you're done. You're torching this. You're moving on, you know. That really is that energy that I'm getting here. And you are being divinely guided. And there's someone on the other side very special to you. Somebody that has been with you every step of this. And this person is personally guiding you to take this leap of faith. Whatever this leap of faith is, okay? This is something that it's going to open up more doors. It's going to open up more possibilities. And these doors and possibilities, these aren't things that are going to make you feel depressed or stuck or held back in any kind of way. These are things that are going to really be good for you. You know, you're being guided towards that. Yeah, this Eight of Cups. Eight of Wands. Look, you're being guided to put in your notice. Or this might not have to be about a job, but you're being guided to communicate the fact that you're moving on. You know, whatever this is, it's not fulfilling. It's not emotionally fulfilling. It might be financially, but it's not emotionally. You know, and you're being led at this point in your life to follow things that do, I don't know, fulfill you in a sense of happiness and joy in just your everyday to day, you know, because like, look, if we're at a job that the job seems great, but, you know, it's not stimulating, it's not fulfilling, we don't enjoy this, you know, next thing we know, we find ourselves wishing our minutes away, wishing our days away, wishing our weeks away, you know, looking forward to, okay, let me just get past this 8 hours or this 10 hours or whatever it may be. And that's, you know, a big chunk of your fucking day that you are trying to just black out. You know? All of that adds up over time. Next thing you know, you look back and you done wished half your fucking life away. And I get it. We all need money. We all need stability. But again, with this, there is a huge leap of faith with this. Because you're not going to be able to see how this is going to work out, all right? You don't have all the answers. They're not giving you all the answers. You know, this requires faith. And part of that faith is going to be having faith that God is going to unfold this just as it's meant to be. You know, you are going to receive these opportunities. You are going to be in alignment with new things. You know, that belief that you will be taken care of. You know, you might not have extra, you know, to be going out here and doing anything that you want, but you will be supplied with what you need. You will be provided with that. You know, because this is a big jump, But this is a jump towards something that it's going to make you feel happy. It's going to make you feel like you don't want to wish your days away and wish your minutes away. You're going to actually enjoy them. You know, and that is fucking massive. Massive, okay? Anything else, Spirit? Oh, interesting. We have the King of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and then this Nine of Pentacles. You know, I don't know, you could have a little bit of money saved up here. You know, if not, it doesn't really matter, because what you're being guided to do is to protect your happiness, to protect your peace. You know, Pentacles isn't just about money. You know, and it's not just about the physical material things here. You know, but it's about stability as well. And stability isn't just financially, you know. So if this is a job, if this job was making you mentally unwell, if this job was making you depressed or making you whatever it may be, okay, you know, that is going to greatly affect everything else, because our mental stability is very important. It's very, very important. You know, if you're mentally kind of falling through the cracks here, everything else is going to slip through that, you know. And I feel like part of this whole process here is you really taking a moment. I feel like this is like a moment. You really taking a moment with yourself to be like, why am I so unhappy? Why isn't good things coming? You know, why do I see all these blessings and nothing is what's happening? What's the block? You know? They're showing you the block. And it's gonna take a big leap of faith to start something new. It is. But you're taking a leap of faith towards fulfillment, towards happiness. Look, this Nine of Cups, fucking wish fulfillment. Okay? I feel like I don't even need to pull anymore. You know, really, you know, just keep pushing through, because what I feel like with all this is it was a lot of conflict. And it doesn't have to be external conflict. This could be internal conflict. Okay? But there is this sense of false stability, I'm going to say. You know, it supplied stability in one sense and took from another. And you are balancing that out. You're balancing your life out right now. And you are so guided step by step. You have somebody with you here that is trying to guide you and trying to be that light for you and send you signs and send you signals. And I've seen it more than once. You're being asked to verbally speak up and put in your notice, or this is not job related, you know, reword that how you need to, okay? But you're being asked to take this leap of faith, to be committed to this thought and put action behind it, you know, not just have this thought and continue doing what you're doing and wishing your time away and looking up towards these blessings that you wonder why never come, you know, and you get so, I'm getting sad, you get depressed, you get, you know, like you're growing, you're doing a lot, but then, and it's because this is blocking it. Your blessings are being blocked because of this. Whether this be because you are wishing your time away and you need that time for these blessings to come in, so this needs to be removed. You know, there's a lot of ways that you could look at this. But this is a block, and it's not a very obvious one. you know? So there's heavy faith, heavy reliance on the divine here. And you are being guided the right direction. It does seem a little scary. It seems a little unsure. But I also think that there is this sense of peace and calmness, like deep within your heart, that alarms you as well. And that alarming is that, you know, you are being guided towards something that is more emotionally fulfilling, something that you would enjoy. Money is not everything. And you're putting yourself first. And I really love that. Let's pull a final message. Pull some of these self-care messages. Final message, please. Decision. Look at that. And it's the only one that wants to come out. Look at that. Decision. Oh, and look. Okay, so you're in a place right now where you're not currently making a decision. I feel like you're trying to balance. Okay? And I feel like the advice here is that you're not going to have enough information to feel secure in making this decision to take this leap of faith. So if you continue to try to weigh, all right, you're never going to make this decision. This leap of faith feels very blinding, okay? It feels like a close your eyes and jump off the cliff moment here. And I feel like that's what your spirit team is trying to get you to do. They're trying to get you to take this jump, to be committed to this thought and put the action behind it. You know, you're not going to have all the answers, but you are going to be provided with what you need, and things are going to unfold beautifully. You're going to have opportunities. You know, they're going to really open doors to possibilities that I feel like you just don't feel like is possible right now. I hope this message helped, and until next time, bye.